Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a hair tutorial sort of a video. I have no makeup on, I only have skincare on. My hair is completely done and I'm going to show you how I created this look for my hair. This is my typical blowout routine using the Revlon One Step Volumizer. So this is something that I've used for over a year and a half. So I know how to use this tool to get the look that I want to get. So this is typically the look that I go for. If you're interested in knowing how to use this tool and how to get some sort of like a salon style blowout, if you will, I have some tips and tricks that I've mentioned in this video that's gonna help your blowout look the way it looks, you know, right here on the screen. So if you want like a nice good blowout, not just the Revlon brush, if you have any sort of this brush style dryer type thing, then definitely do watch this video completely. You will understand how to use this, how to master this, and some tips and tricks as well. So yeah, without wasting much time, let's get started with today's video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please take a moment and hit the red color subscribe button right underneath this video, and also hit the bell notification so that you get notified every single time I upload. Now let's get started. Hey guys, so I just got out of the shower and my hair is in a towel. This is like a microfiber towel. You can get like a pack of 3 on Amazon or something. So I have done my skincare, so I'm about to do my hair care. I thought I'll show you like right from hair care, after I wash my hair, what do I do to my hair, some products that I use, and then we'll move on to blow drying the hair. So initially I'm just gonna take this towel out of my hair and then I'm just gonna like dab it so that it's not super like dripping wet. So that was essentially step number 0. So let's move on to step number 1, which is hair care. So right after I get out of the shower, on my damp hair, I like to use some products. So let me show you 2 products for today. I typically use a leave-in conditioner and that is it. But sometimes I like to go in with the hair cream that kind of is a little bit nourishing and stuff to the hair. So I use this all over the length of my hair, and I use this from my mids until my ends. So I use the Amika leave-in conditioner. This is something that I've been trying out recently. I've gone through an entire bottle of the Shea moisture leave-in conditioner. That's like a drugstore option. That's good as well. This is also really nice. That's like a leave-in cream sort of a texture. This is like water, so it's much more lightweight than that one. So yeah, if you needed a drugstore option, Shea moisture is the one, but I love this as well. Next, I used this L'Oreal Dream Length No Haircut cream. So this is something that I use from the mid lengths to the ends. So that's what you saw me using. And then I like to use a wet brush. I have like a mini one. I used it right now, so that's why it has hair on it. But yeah, using a wet brush kind of minimalizes the breakage. So I think that's like a nice thing to use, especially when your hair is wet, so that the breakage is less as opposed to when you use a regular brush. Also, if you noticed, I used this on the ends of my hair like that first, and then I worked my way upwards because that will reduce the breakage and damage. Otherwise it can get tangled and lead to breakage. Yeah, I said breakage way too many times. Let's move on to the next step. Now, once my hair has some products in it, I like to rough dry my hair. So you can either rough dry your hair before blow drying it with the Revlon brush, or you can leave it to air dry for some time and then come back and use the Revlon brush to kind of blow dry your hair. So I'm just gonna do the first option, which is rough dry my hair, and I'm gonna be using like a simple hair dryer. This is by the brand called Infinity Pro by Conair. But I know it's just like a random brand that I got from a drugstore here. So this is how it looks like. So I see many people like, especially in my family, they do not use this nozzle. This is very, very important because this leads to the air being much more concentrated and it'll reduce frizz, as opposed to without the nozzle, like the air is just going everywhere and it's not concentrated, there's no focus to it. So this is something that you can use if you have straight or like wavy hair like me. So yeah, I just use like a medium setting, both the air, like they have two settings, the heat and the amount of air or air pressure or something like that. I use medium on both. So yeah, I'm just gonna like roughly dry my hair with this and then we'll move on to the next step. Now I have done some basic rough drying. I do this mainly because the Revlon brush, this one that I'm about to use, this obviously does not dry your roots, it just dries your hair and styles it. So it's important to dry your roots before you go in with any sort of brush like this, any hair tool like this. So that's why I did that rough drying, and my hair, this is how it looks like. It's like a little bit wet. I mean, it's not soaking wet, but I do feel some moisture on my hair. So that's where your hair is supposed to be at. If it's like completely dry, the style will not hold, and if it's like too wet, it's difficult to use the tool and you know, style your hair with it. So let's move on to the next step, which is sectioning your hair. Now I cannot stress how important it is to section your hair. If you work with your hair in sections, it's easier for you. Taking smaller sections will kind of make your hair look nicer, as opposed to like just roughly doing that and just styling it. So this gives a lot more control, and yeah, that's why you want to section off your hair. I typically do 3 sections these days. I used to do just 2, the top half and the bottom half. Now I do the bottom half, the mid section right over here, the crown section, and then the front section, which is typically some sort of bangs for some people, but I don't have. I have like all of my hair length is like the same. I don't have bangs or anything. So yeah, but I still go in and just section of the front section of my hair. So for sectioning, I highly recommend a comb like this, a rat tail comb. This is super easy to use, and you can find this easily everywhere, and it's very useful when you try to kind of style and section your hair and stuff like that. So let me just section my hair first, and then we'll move on to next step. I've got my top section and like the front section and the crown section all tied up, and we're going to be working with the lowermost section of my hair. So that's typically how I go about it. And before blow drying, I like to use like a heat protectant. You can either use a heat protectant like I used to use the Tresseme one. I still have that. I use that from time to time. Or you can go in with something like this. This is called blow dry mist. So this kind of aids in your blow dry looking nicer. So I use this. You can also use a heat protectant. So I spray this onto every section that I'm working with. Like for example, I'm going to be working with this section right now. So I just spray some of it over here, then just spread it with this brush. and then this section I like to keep that away so that I can focus on the section that's right here. So let's use the blow dryer, the blow dry brush. You want to be taking like smaller 1-inch sort of sections of this hair and work with that instead of trying to use this all over the entire section of hair. So that way the curls or your styling looks nicer, and yeah, it's just easier. The main technique that I use here is to put the brush behind my hair. Okay, not here. Put the brush on the section of hair and put it behind that section of hair. So I mainly do this because you get a lot of volume when you do this, as opposed to doing this where your hair will lay flat. So when you do that, you get a little bit of volume over here and it'll look just nicer. Who doesn't like volume, right? So the next thing is that, so that's step 1, putting the brush behind the section of your hair. And the second step is to kind of dry it straight. I just pull my brush through the section of hair and I pull it straight, just to ensure that there are no knots or ties when I'm trying to kind of rotate the brush and give it a little bit of a curl. Now, so you put the brush behind the section of your hair. Step 2 is to just pull it through once, just so that there are no knots. Make sure there are no knots. And the second time, put the brush again and try to do this motion that you see. So hold your brush like that and do a motion like that. So this will give you a curl. Now you can see there's like already a little bit of a curl over here without even me turning on the dryer, turning on this blow dry brush. So anyway, so that's the technique that we're going to be using. So 3 steps: put the brush behind your section of your hair, pull it through straight, do the same thing, and this time instead of pulling it through straight, just try to rotate your brush like that. So you can watch this in slow motion or something. I think YouTube has that option so that you can understand it better. That's what I do. So yeah, let's just turn this brush on, and the entire time I'm going to be using this in the lowest heat setting, because this gets really hot and the high heat setting is just not really needed. So I always use the lowest heat setting. So yeah, I'm going to turn this on. This is going to be noisy, so you can't hear what I'm saying. So that's why I try to explain it before I turn this on. So yeah, let's see how I do this section and then we'll move on to the rest of the section. I just did one section just to show it to you guys. So this is how it looks like. Now this doesn't stay for very long because this is not a curler, and yeah, but it gives like a nice shape to your hair rather than blow drying it straight. If you want to blow dry it straight, then instead of twisting the brush, just pull it through and don't do any sort of twisting. It's gonna remain straight. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Also, these kind of sectioning clips are super useful, and I highly recommend you guys to buy a plastic instead of like a steel clip or something, because that can kind of mess with your hair and make it tangly. But these plastic clips are much more useful and easy to use, you know. So highly recommend these alligator sort of sectioning clips. So let's do the entire this part, like the entire part, and I'll come back. So guys, one side is done. This is how it looks like. This will fall, I'm gonna warn you, because this brush is, first of all, not a curler. Also, this is not rounded because of the surface like being a rectangle sort of a surface as opposed to a round brush. The curls doesn't stay, but it gives a nice shape to the hair. So that's something I wanted to mention. So I'm just going to show you like the difference. So this is the side that's not done, this is the side that's done, which is obvious, I guess. So I'm going to clip away this side. Like you can also see there's some sort of volume created because I held my brush here for like a couple of seconds when I did that. So when you hold your brush near the roots for a couple of seconds, that will give like a little bit of volume. That's a trick that I learned from a hairdresser. So yeah, I'm going to do this side and I'll be back. I'm not going to bore you with doing this side, showing you how I do it on the side. It's the same thing. So yeah, I'll be back. I also wanted to show you another technique that I use when I'm rolling it. So I just go in with this and then do the straight bit. So that's the first step. And when I'm rolling, after that, like I just do that and put my hair through the brush like that. I hope you got the motion. So I put my brush behind my hair and just twist this and put my hair through that, and then just pull and do the twist again. So yeah, that's another technique I use. I just wanted to show you guys. So let me just show it to you now by turning on the blow dryer. So yeah. So this is the curl that I created with the other twisting method that I showed you. This method kind of creates more tension in your hair. So that leads to a much more tighter curl, I feel like. That's the only difference, you guys. So this is all of the curls that I've done with the second method. And this is the curls that I've done with the first method. This already opened up. But yeah, this will open up too, I guess. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know the other method as well. So there's no real difference in how I do my midsection. So this, I do it the same way I did my lower part as well. So let's just start doing it and I'll just fast forward so that you guys can see. So before I do the front section, I like to actually give some volume to this topmost section, the crown section. So I just take that hair and redo that once more. So I take this hair right over here, like the topmost crown section, like you can see, so that there's a little bit of a volume right over here. So I'm just going to do the same kind of styling or the same technique for this particular section so that I get a little bit of volume here. So let's do that. So that kind of gave me a little bit of volume over here right on top where I actually wanted. Now let's move on to the crown section, the front section. Like for the front section, I kind of do a little bit of a different motion. Let me just show you. I'll just tie the rest of the sections back and then I will show you this one. So I take it out. I'll show you without turning this thing on. I just do this a couple of times, and then I do a little bit of twist after I do the same old motion. You guys do that the first time, and then the second time just do a twist like that so that there's some volume over here. So I hope I'm making it clear. So let me just do that. You guys will see. So that's my whole hair done. Like you can see, there is some sort of volume near my roots, so that's why we go under and do it. So this is how it looks like. It does fall out the curls, like I said. So this is my most recently done, so it just stays. I mean, this has stayed, but this one has fallen out. Also, the technique where I showed you, where it creates a little bit of a tension, that does lead to a little bit of a more long-lasting curls, but it creates tension, mind you. It kind of tugs and pulls a little bit. So if you're okay with that, then do it. I don't care. I don't care if it falls. My intention of a blowout is for my hair to have a nice shape to it and not look like super straight or anything, but just look like nicely done, you know. That's it. So I don't care if it's not super curly or anything. So that's my intention, and that's what I've showed you in this video as well. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video on the Revlon One Step hair tool thingy. So I'll put the name in the description or something. So yeah, but basically it's the Revlon brush. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some tips and tricks through this video. If you found this video useful, if you enjoyed this video, please share, comment, like, all the jazz, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. So yeah, this is my hair completely done. So yeah, I'll see you next time in another interesting video. Until then, it's take care. Tata, bye bye from Janni Balaji. Bye.